When rough machining, we can encounter areas in the part geometry, such as deep cavities or steep walls, where the tool has the potential to interfere with the part, requiring tool configurations that are less than optimum or where additional programming time is needed to properly machine these areas. Autodesk PowerMill's automatic collision avoidance, which was previously only available for finishing machine strategies, now has been enabled to work with spherical tip cutters when using model area clearance toolpath strategies for roughing and rest roughing. Let's look at how this can be applied by first looking at this roughing toolpath using a 19mm ball end mill with 50mm of overhang. If we view one of the lower levels of the toolpath, we will see that due to the tool overhang length, a collision with the holder will occur. There are a few ways in which this issue could be resolved. We could choose to divide the toolpath into two toolpaths using two different tool lengths, one short and the other long. If we'd like to keep to using only the short tool, we could also choose to rough from multiple different positions, which would allow for clearance for the tool. With the addition of collision avoidance to roughing, we now have an additional option to how we rough this type of geometry and can fully utilize the machine tool's motion to allow for tool clearance. If we now look at the toolpath settings of this roughing toolpath, we will see the tool axis is set to vertical and the collision avoidance has been turned on with a holder clearance of 1mm. Additionally, the tool axis limits have been set to restrict the axis movement to be within acceptable limits. If we again look at the lower level of this toolpath, we will now see that as the holder reaches and interferes with the part, the PowerMill adjusts the tool axis for a collision-free result. This can be applied to rest roughing as well. Looking at this rest roughing toolpath with the same settings, we will see that the tool axis is automatically adjusted to allow safe clearance for the tool holder. The addition of automatic collision avoidance for roughing and rest roughing in Autodesk PowerMill allows for continuous 5-axis motion, giving you the ability to optimize tooling configurations and cutting conditions, reducing your programming time and cycle times, all the while increasing your profitability.